right, we are here, day 3, Icon 2024 in Dallas, Texas, and I have Don Humphreys with me. Hi, Don, how are ya?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to have you on.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. How long have you been a part of eWomen?
I've been a part of eWomen fairly recently. I actually just went to my second chapter meeting in June, which is where I discovered this. So,
Wow,
yeah, and
they're brand new.
I knew I had to go. So,
Very
yeah, it's been
cool.
amazing.
So, what chapter are you a part of?
Calgary, Alberta.
Alberta.
Yeah.
Okay. And where is that?
Canada.
Canada. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You're far away.
Yeah.
Okay. Canada.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So 2 months and you decided to come to Icon. So this is your first Icon experience. How's it been?
It's been amazing. The people I've met here are just such outstanding women with such incredible stories, and the things they're doing, they're so driven, they're so passionate, and I'm so honored to be a part of this and learn from Sandra Yancey. She's brilliant.
She is. She's got so much pearls of wisdom. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Cool. So what do you do? What is your business?
I am a creative director and I am a professional model, so I do posing coaching at photo shoots and I help people with their brand photos and create their portfolios. So I come into their photo shoot and I give demonstrations on how to pose based on what they want to convey in their visuals for their brand.
Very good. And what's the name of the company?
It is called Pose Genius Coaching.
Nice. Love it.
Thank you.
Very cool. How long have you been doing that?
I've been doing it. I started my business about a year ago that I had the idea, and I had done some coaching in the past, but a year ago is when I wanted to go out into entrepreneurs and branding. And yeah, I'm super excited. It's starting up and it's been great.
Very good. Very good. Do you have your own studio? Do you rent studios? How does that work?
I collaborate with different photographers and designers since I just kind of come in on site. Often with the clients, I'll do kind of like a talk with them. But yeah, all over the place and traveling.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. What's the favorite part of your job that you do?
I think my favorite part is helping people get photos that they love. And when I was a model, it was a big learning process. And for many years, I've been doing it for 10 years. And for at least the first 5, it was a lot of, I don't like these photos. How do I improve? And those small improvements and seeing what worked and what didn't and how to capture a mood and different stories in the photos. And I love being able to show people that and know that it's a possibility that they can get photos that they love and show up authentically and yeah, feel good in photos.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank
I feel
you.
like it's needed. I feel like I grew up with the selfie generation where we're always like this angle, right? And we're looking at the camera. It's not always the most flattering, but it's the one I know. So
Totally.
yeah, so I think it's really helpful that you can help people, feel more confident and do poses. I know sometimes the poses feel awkward, but they look good, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we did a branding shoot and she had me in this like weird pose and I'm like, what am I doing? And then when I saw the photos, I was like, oh, that looked good.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing. I didn't know what I was doing, but all right.
Definitely.
Yeah, very good. So, question for you, and this is a question I've asked everybody here.
Yep.
And that is, what would be 3 pearls of wisdom that you would give to someone? And I'm going to cater this question to you. So, what pearls of wisdom would you give somebody who's thinking about doing a photo shoot and they're super nervous about it and because they're just like, it's a feeling of dread?
Totally.
So what advice would you give them so that they can go into that photo session and feel confident?
Definitely. So something I coach people is how you plan your photo session, because that's often where people start feeling nervous is, well, what do I bring? How do I pose? What do I do? Like all the nervousness I found started before I even got to the photo session. And actually how you plan for it is based on what mood you want to convey in your photos and in your brand. So for example, if you're like, I want a photo session that's really fun and really exciting, well then your colors, your outfits, and your poses, that's how I kind of help you plan it, is how you pose. For example, sitting like I am now is completely different if you want that fun, exciting photo shoot versus if you're like, I want something to be like very serious, very direct. And that's how we change the poses. So I think first is how you pick what mood you're trying to convey in your brand and what's your brand story that you're conveying through those visuals. And I would say my other pearl of advice in that is when I was a model, it wasn't always easy. Even now, it's not always easy. And, facing industry standards and rejection and
Right.
trying to stand out in a sea of so many that were trying to do the same things that I did. And for the first 5 years, I was like always being rejected. No one noticed me, right? And I was like, well, this is really what I want. How do I be persistent and like resilient through this?
Mm-hmm.
And it was when I started embracing who I authentically was. I quit the agency I was with and I was like, I'm just going to go freelance and I'm going to look like myself. I'm going to act like myself and I'm going to break this typecast that everyone's telling me that I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then some amazing opportunities started coming my way when I started just being who I was and what I wanted. And, I went to Costa Rica on a really intensive photo workshop, which is where I started to learn everything. And that's when I started coaching people. And I think just having that resilience and persistence and knowing who you are. And that's what I love is helping people stand out in their photos, in their visuals as who they truly are in their
Yeah.
brand.
Uh-huh. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So it took like a lot of no's to get to your yes, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. So if somebody wanted, well, okay, first question. What do you help people remotely or do you just help people in the Canada area?
Both. I travel everywhere and I help people remotely. And if they do choose that they want me to come to them, that's also an offering I have. So I
Okay.
can come to them in person anywhere they are, or if they prefer remote coaching and portfolio building. And we can totally connect on Zoom during your photo session, before, after, whatever is best for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so you help them during and all of that. So who's your ideal client? Like who's the person that you love helping that you really see flourish whenever you coach them?
I would say my ideal client who I see flourish when I coach them is someone who wants to get out there on their website, their social media, and they're like, where do I begin? Or who goes into a photo shoot knowing that maybe they need to update their photo for business cards or other purposes. And they're like, I feel nervous doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where they start. And then my coaching brings them to a point of freedom in their photos and feeling confident going into the next one. And someone who wants to expand their portfolio and create their story through multiple photo shoots would be my ideal client, though I do single sessions as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So if somebody wanted to get more information and reach out to you, how would they do that?
Definitely. So Post Genius Coaching is my website.
Okay.
And my email is thingsmodelsneed@gmail.com. Or you can have your photographer contact me as well, and I can come into your photo session with them, and I can come into your photo session with your chosen photographer.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, is there anything that you wanted to mention or say that I didn't ask?
I would say that's pretty much it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on here, Dawn. It's been a pleasure to get to know you and
You
learn
too.
about what you do and everything. So, thanks so much.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.